Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on Patreon, Twitter, all that things here on the banner. So not much happening, very quiet on the gaming front here, but I got some couple of topics. Mainly, seems that Starfield, the deal with that, or the thing that they have together with the AMD, I don't know regarding okay, the FSR2 thing. We'll see how it goes. Does it look very good? But today it's more about the bundle that they have with their CPUs and GPUs, and regarding the versions of Starfield. It will launch on July 11th and will include basically even older GPUs, not CPUs, but older GPUs. Yeah, older GPUs. So basically. It's from July 11th until the till the end of September, basically. We got here some whatever this is, so you can register, and basically it's not limited, as I said, to only 7,000 CPUs or even RDNA free, so the 7,000 GPUs also. It's basically starting for the 6600 series, so the lower end, so the 6500 and 6400 GPUs are not included. So basically you got a chart here. I don't know what this is, standard edition. I don't know what they are meaning here. Supposedly this is not supposed to be dollars, I'm not sure, but regardless, the thing is the premium edition, it has like supposedly the early access and some thingies, and I think some upcoming DLC after the game launches, from what I understood. The standard edition is just you play when it launches, and basically that's it. I think you got some skins here and there, I'm not sure. But basically when you buy, so in terms of CPU, so the 7900 and up, you get the premium edition, and with the CPUs regarding the 7800 X3D and below, and excluding the 7600 non-X, I think, at least from what I can see here. So must be a typo here, I'm not sure, because supposedly it's all the 7000 CPUs. Must be a typo around here, I'm sorry. Yesterday I watched it, but yeah, it seems that 7600 until the 7800 X3D, it includes the standard edition, and the rest includes the premium edition. And regarding GPUs, so the 6700, sorry, non-XT and up, will include the premium edition, and the oh, there it is, sorry. No, RX, it's GPU, sorry. Goddamn naming schemes. But yeah, the RX 7600, so the Navi 32, I think, so the cheapest from this generation of GPUs, and the 6650 XT, 6600 XT, and the non-XT get the standard edition, which is, if you're buying new GPUs or CPUs, it's a good deal. However, if they're not launching this with the other upscaling technologies integrated, it's not good. Even though this is, if by itself it's a good deal, you buy a game, you get you buy a CPU or GPU, you get a game. It's always a good deal. However, given the circumstances of their partnership launches with the games, being the last one, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and also I think they managed the Resident Evil 4 remake also, I think. It's not looking good, at least in terms of the perception on the consumers, because it's never good when you lock out players or certain things. It's the same things in overall scheme of things with exclusive deals with console exclusives or platform exclusives. I understand the business model, but in terms for consumers, it's never good, regardless of the brand, the corporation. I don't care. I'm a pro-consumer. This is not good. However, by itself, again, with asterisks, by itself, it seems a good deal, because the games are $70 plus sometimes in the premium edition. It's more than that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes if they go about and reversing or make a clarification, because the non-response that they give or regarding all the even hardware unbox tried to follow up a few days after the WCCF Tech article. They didn't get a response from AMD. It doesn't look good, and the fact that NVIDIA already screening with consumers in one place, AMD start to another place screening consumers to a certain point, it's not good. But yeah, stop ramble. This is the deal that we have for now. Let's see how it goes. I got this tidbit on Baldur's Gate 3. It's going to be a lot of stuff implemented in the final version of the game. One of these interesting mechanics that I only saw in this article. They did a presentation like the upgraded character creation, the romance options, all that things. And even there is like a dark urge or a character origin, which is basically player has amnesia, but they want just to kill everybody. They have like a mechanic of a newspaper in game, so there is like an in-game newspaper basically tracking what you're doing on the game. This game seems to be huge with a lot of decisions and the consequences of those decisions, and basically supposedly this newspaper will track everything and will release, so to a certain degree you have like an idea what's happening, and I'm sure that this will influence NPCs on how they interact with you, and suppose you can basically try to cheat what is published on a journal. So we got the quote here: we've got a newspaper system in the city, it's gonna react to your actions, it's gonna cover stuff that you've been doing. What I really like about the newspaper is that you can manipulate it. You can basically break into the printing house and you can start swapping stories around. There's going to be a big surprise when you do that. And of course, being on the environment that we are regarding like censorship and misinformation, disinformation, and all that bullshit, to a certain point it's funny that you can do that in an in-game, and basically for sure this is going to have like huge consequences when you start messing around with the system, trying to put out to a certain degree fake stories, because if you can basically manipulate it, I suppose you can put like fake stories, and then I'm sure that something's going to happen when you try to mess with this kind of system. Of course, this is as the game also supports multi-classing as well, resetting your class stats, which you usually don't see very much on RPGs. But again, you got the highlights: 11 playable races, 12 classes, over 600 spells and actions, 7 player protagonists and their own stories, a lot of cinematics, and 2 million words of script, which is just numbers here. If you can have 2 million words, but if the words are not put together properly, might as well have like 500,000. But yeah, seems interesting. And basically this is what I got in terms of news. So we're going to go out for the summer sale from Steam. I've got a few picks still from my wish list, which is this one, Death's Door. It's like an adventure RPG. Basically you're like a guardian of death, and you're going about it and try to solve this thing. I think it's on the underworld. It's got, I think, a pigeon, if not mistaken. I like the art style. It's been very positive reviews. It's got some puzzle action here. Seems pretty good. It's one of those that I would like to play around. It's 60% off, so around $8. Or you got the deluxe edition for $12, give or take. It's a shame that it doesn't have a demo, but yeah, it's one of those that I would like to play very much. We got also No Man's Sky, of course. I think I didn't mention this one since the sale started. 50% off, so $30. They improved very much since the launch. It was a botched launch. A lot of stuff was not there promised. Now they basically introduced it. Got a lot of free stuff, a lot of from quests to like free DLC from content and improvements on the systems. It's been a good story of a butcher game, almost like similar like Cyberpunk. It's improved a lot also, but yeah, It's now supposedly it's a well worth playing game. It's one of those that I'm curious to play and go about it and see what it is all about. Yeah, you got base. You can set up bases in some planets. You can. I'm not sure if you have like NPCs like similar that what Starfield is doing with the bases here. But yeah, you got a lot of more stuff to do. It's not an empty world that much, and the story is more developed, from what I understood. Also, we got Observer. It's an indie game from Bloober Team. It's the same guys that did Layers of Fear, I think. This is I think it's like kind of a short game, but it's very cyberpunky. You are like a detective, and basically the technology, you can insert yourself in the like connect on the brains of people and see their dreams and their thoughts and everything. So supposedly it has like a story. I'm not sure. I kind of know more or less what's happening, so I try not to spoil it here. It's a shame it doesn't have a small demo for you to get an idea, but the game is short, but it seems pretty good. It's one of those that I like to get an experience of it. It's 50% off, so the deluxe edition doesn't only has like the soundtrack and some concept art, from what I understood. So if you are yeah, but it's only $3 difference. But yeah, I think it is well worth it. It's like a kind of a shorter experience that we usually are used to, but I think it's well worth it. Also, we got ArtSpace Shipbreaker. It's that one that you have like a very physics based simulator regarding you basically sell yourself to a corporation to make money, like disassembling ships. Basically you disassemble and then you have to put on the recycling bin, and then you have your loop of upgrading your tools and everything. I think you have to spend money on everything from sleeping, and if you make mistakes it's discounted on your salary. But yeah, seems pretty interesting. Got good reviews, very positive ones. It's a shame this doesn't have like a demo, like disassembling one spaceship, so you can get a feel of what the game is. But it's for 43% off, around $20. I think it's a well worth buy here if you like this kind of games. Also, we got Cult of Lamp, another indie game from developer Digital Publishing from Tim Schafer. Yeah, Tim Schafer. This is very good. It's like a roguelike with some base building integrated on it, and it's like basically you're a lamp and you're basically the leader of the cult. It goes around a little bit like that kind of feeling, and they usually publish good games here. Especially on roguelike and some RPGs, and I like the art style of the game itself. It's 35% off, and I think the best version to buy it's the one waits. It's a little bit more expensive, but it has all the DLC associated with it. It is what it is regarding game versions, but yeah, I think it's one of those that again overwhelmingly positive, and I like to try it out also. Also, we got Cuphead. It's an older game, but it's a very good game, and it's hard like hell. It's very difficult. It can be played in co-op. It's a platformer in 2D. It's hand-drawn. Everything is hand-drawn. It took a lot of time for the people. The studio is not very big. Like a handful of people that made basically this game. But yeah, it's very tempo-based, so you have to be careful with your movements and how you go about it with fighting the bosses and everything. But yeah, it can be a nerve-wracking game, but it's very good if you like hard games. And it's basically 27% off on the DLC that it has, the Delicious Last Course, so around $20, and I think it's well worth it. It's one of those that again I would like to try out. Also, we got Dishonored, the Dishonored Definitive Edition and the Dishonored 2. The Definitive Edition is the one that has all the things associated with it. It is cheap, $5. It's one of those immersive sims, first person, and kind of your choices matter. It has some consequences how you're going about it. The missions here. If you assassinate, if you don't assassinate, there is like something around that if you do too much like dark stuff, the end is not going to be very good, but yeah, seems it's one of those reference games, and a lot of games now have a lot of inspiration from this one. It's from 2012, so a lot of games that came out are very inspired on Dishonored. It's like a benchmark game regarding immersive sims. And you got the sequel, 80% off. Yeah, I mentioned here, yeah, $5. And Dishonored 2, we got the Death of Outsider Deluxe Edition. It's a little bit more expensive, but it has more stuff here, and it's $12. It's basically the continuation. I'm not sure because I didn't play the first or the second one. I think you are the daughter of the first guy. I'm not sure how it works, but it's the sequel of the first one. It's basically very immersive again. I think you play like the daughter now. I'm not sure how it goes, but again, it's one of those that it's really worth playing. I'm just watching the trailer. I don't think I watched this one, but yeah, it's a well worth game to play with. And lastly, you got Stray, another must play, overwhelmingly positive. You play as a cat, you don't need to say anything more, and I think you have to find your way home, kind of thing. It's 25% off. It was launched, of course, last year, so that's why the discount is not that big. And you can play with, you can buy with the soundtrack. I think the soundtrack seems good. But if you only buy the base game, $20 or $21, give or take, it's a very good deal for this game. It got some awards, if not mistaken, Stray, from Games Awards last year. I think he won 1 or 2 prizes at least. But yeah, for today, this is it, guys. I'll wrap up with my GoGetFundMe for me to upgrade my PC to get better, more content for my private clients and start doing some video stuff for them also. And of course, in my free spare time, doing the daily videos and the news with better quality, getting to do also some scripted content to get some details and some stuff that I like to talk about, with some gameplay series, and possibly doing some live streams in the future. And with all that said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, Kunamy Master out.